Happy Wednesday. You have made it halfway through the week and we're well on our way toward Christmas. And I hope this is a joyful and joyous time for you. Before we get too far into the Christmas season, let me stop and talk to a couple of friends. Those friends of you who will be going through Christmas for the first time without somebody you love. This is going to be a very different and tough Christmas. If it's the first one, it's going to be rough. The first Christmas without my father was rough. The first Christmas without Jeannie's father was rough. The first Christmas without my mom, which meant for the first time I had neither my mom nor my dad with me when I celebrated Christmas, when my family got together. All of a sudden, I was the old guy at the table. I was the patriarch of my family. That is a very, very weird feeling. So, I want you to be intentional about addressing this, okay? If you don't, it's going to sneak up on you and catch you at the worst moment. I want you to anticipate that there's going to be grief. There's going to be sadness in the middle of your Christmas celebration. There's going to be a moment when you sit down at the table and the chair will be empty. There's going to be a moment where you gather around the tree and the place where they sit will be empty. There's going to be a moment when you realize nobody called their name at the presents, or you didn't get anything from them this year and they were always the best giver, and it's going to be very sad. Just be ready for it. And when it comes, grieve. Don't fight it. Don't try to put it off. Don't get up and walk around. Go through the grief. Cry if you want to. Tell the people around you that I miss them. Okay? Just be honest with it. They'll understand. This is a tough time for everybody. And you being honest about it will give them permission to be honest and keep it real for everybody. The second thing is create some new traditions. My dad always decorated the Christmas tree, and there was a certain way that my dad wanted to do Christmas. And so we did Christmas pretty much the way my dad wanted to do Christmas, but now my dad's gone. And I'm the one now who says this is the way that we do Christmas. Create some new traditions so that the best part of the person that you loved is celebrated. The best part of what they brought to Christmas is remembered. The best part of who they were is kept alive in the family tradition. Tell stories, laugh, celebrate, but create some new traditions. Lastly, do something for somebody else. Okay, I know it's hard for you, but there's probably a family you know about who's having a rougher time. A lot of people lost their jobs this year. A lot of people had illness in their family. A lot of people have had kids at home, and there's a lot of stress. What can you do to make Christmas a little better for them? So I know being without the person you love is going to be tough. So first, go through the grief. Don't try to hide from it. Go through the grief. Second, create some new traditions, okay? Do Christmas a little different. Start a new way to keep that person's spirit alive and their story alive in the family story of your family. Third, do something for somebody else. There's something about serving someone, giving to someone else, that is always very healing. So for those of you who are going through this grief, a Christmas without somebody you love for the very first time, hear me. We love you. We're praying for you. And yeah, we know it's tough. But you can do this, and you can make Christmas have some new meanings and some new levels of joy, even as you walk through this grief. I'll give you about 60 seconds to get started on thinking about this, and I'll see you next time.